Good day everyone, I am Gwyneth Numeron, and today I will present my topic, Lesson Design in Teaching Prose. Prose comes from the Latin word prosa, meaning straightforward speech. In this presentation, I will discuss the aims of teaching prose, types of prose, procedure for teaching prose lessons, teaching strategies, evaluation methods, and a conclusion. Prose is important because it helps students develop language skills and literary awareness. This is the flow of my presentation. First, we will define prose and explain its aims. Next, we will look at the types of prose. Then, I will explain the procedure of teaching a prose lesson, including motivation, presentation, recapitulation, and evaluation. After that, we will discuss teaching strategies and evaluation methods. Finally, I will provide the conclusion. So, what is prose? Prose is ordinary written or spoken language. And like poetry, it does not have a rhythmic pattern. Prose is practical and linguistic, but may not always be literary. While teaching prose, teachers focus on language development rather than literary appreciation. It is the art of selecting appropriate words and arranging them properly to express ideas clearly. The aim of teaching English prose is both language development and literary development. At the junior level, the main focus is language development. Teachers emphasize the four basic skills, which is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Thompson and Wyatt stated that aiming at literature directly can miss the way to language. Focusing on language paves the way to literature. Now, let's talk about the general aims of teaching prose. The general aims are broad goals that guide the teacher in helping students develop both language skills and literary understanding. First, we want students to understand passages. This means they should be able to read a text and grasp the main ideas, details, and the overall meaning. For example, if a story is about friendship, students should be able to explain what the story teaches about friends. Next, students should read aloud with correct pronunciation and intonation. Reading fluently helps them communicate effectively and improve confidence. We also aim to improve vocabulary, so students learn new words and expressions. This makes reading and writing easier and more accurate. Another goal is to express ideas orally and in writing. Students should be able to summarize a story, give opinions, or write about what they understand. Finally, teaching prose helps students gain knowledge, develop imagination, and prepare for world citizenship. By reading diverse texts, students learn about different cultures, ideas, and values, helping them become responsible global citizens. The specific aims vary depending on the type of prose being taught. Let's go through each type. Descriptive passages focus on style and imagination. Here, students learn to visualize scenes, describe objects, and develop a love for nature. For example, a descriptive paragraph about a sunset teaches students to use vivid words and appreciate beauty in writing. Stories aim to convey knowledge, teach lessons, and build character. Students learn the structure of a story, plot, characters, events, and understand moral lessons. For instance, a fable about honesty teaches both language and values. Number 3 is essays. It helps students acquire knowledge, arouse curiosity, and organize ideas systematically. So for example, An essay about a social issues encourages students to think critically and express ideas clearly. Number 4 is biographies. It introduces students to the lives of great people, encouraging inspiration, character building, and inspiration. Reading about someone like Marie Curie or Jose Rizal can motivate students to work hard and develop good values. Lastly is plays. Plays. It focuses on conversational English, self-expression, and role-playing. So students practice speaking naturally and learn dialogue, tone, and expression. Acting out short plays also builds confidence and teamwork. By focusing on specific aims for each type of prose, teachers can design activities that meet both language and literary goals. It is the procedure of teaching prose lesson. First is motivation, second is presentation, third is recapitulation, and last is evaluation. Now we have motivation. The first step in prose lesson. Motivation is crucial to attract students' attention and get them ready to learn. Teachers can use previous knowledge, flashcards, posters, or short questions. For example, if the lesson is about a story on honesty, the teacher might ask, "Have you ever faced a situation where you had to tell the truth even if it was difficult?" So this question gets students thinking and connects the lesson to their experiences. Motivation prepares students mentally and emotionally for the lesson. A well-motivated class is more engaged, participates actively, and enjoy learning. The presentation is the main part of the lesson. Here, the teacher introduces the content clearly and ensures students understand it. The first step is model reading by the teacher. The teacher reads the passage aloud using correct pronunciation, intonation, stress, and rhythm. This provides a clear example for students to follow. Next, students do loud reading. Each student may read a portion of the passage. This helps them practice fluency and allows the teacher to correct mistakes immediately. And after that, the teacher explains difficult words, phrases, idioms, and grammatical structures. This step ensures that students understand the language used in the passage. Finally, students do silent reading, which helps them process the text individually, clarify points, and improve comprehension. By following this step-by-step presentation, teachers ensures that students understand the content and language and the style of the prose. After presentation, the teacher moves to recapitulation or review. During recapitulation, the teacher summarizes key points, clarifies doubts, and repeats important words, phrases, or sentences. For example, the teacher might ask, "Who was the main character in the story?" Or, "What lesson did we learn from their actions?" This step helps students reinforce learning, ensures they remember the most important ideas before evaluation. Lastly is evaluation. It is a process of checking if learning objectives were achieved. It can include oral or written explanation of the passage, fill in the blank exercises to test comprehension, question from the passage to check understanding, Blackboard exercises for practicing vocabulary or grammar. We also have sentence framing to test language used, and also dramatization to demonstrate understanding creatively. Last is assignment to extend learning outside the classroom. Evaluation ensures that students have understood the lesson, can use the language correctly, and are able to express ideas effectively. Effective teaching strategies make learning engaging and interactive. Some examples are group discussion, students share ideas and learn from each other. Second is think, pair, share. So students think individually, discuss with a partner, then share with the class. Next is role playing. So students act out scenes from the story or play, improving speaking and understanding. Last is the question and answer. It encourages participation and ensures comprehension. So using these strategies keeps a student active and involved, making prose lessons more enjoyable and effective. So in conclusion, teaching prose helps students develop language and literary skills. A well-structured lesson with motivation, presentation, recapitulation, evaluation, and active strategies ensures students understand the passage, improve vocabulary, and enjoy learning literature. So by following these steps, teachers can make prose lessons effective, meaningful, and enjoyable for students. So that's all. Thank you for listening.